Hey, what's going on, fam? This video we're talking about how to get over the fear of being an entrepreneur, the fear of your business failing. Getting over that fear is it's the only way to get started, really. And it totally makes sense why people are scared of being an entrepreneur, because in school, you're taught that you're guaranteed to succeed in school if all you do is just sit down and memorize a bunch of stuff and then regurgitate what you memorized on test day. You're guaranteed to pass, and that's all you do in school. You just memorize stuff and you regurgitate it and you pass. And for some strange reason, we judge everybody on their ability to be successful based on how well they can memorize stuff in school. Now, the truth is, some people don't have a great short-term memory, and yet we still judge them by their ability to memorize stuff at school. And so then when we get into the real world, where we have to not memorize stuff, but we just have to be resourceful, which is what school doesn't teach you to do. School just says, hey, here's the resource, memorize it, come back, tell us what you learned. School doesn't teach you how to actually go and be resourceful and team up with people, and they actually punish you for cheating on tests. They punish you for copying people. But like in business and in life, if you don't copy the successful people, you're gonna fail. And so school just teaches you to memorize stuff, and they actually punish you for being resourceful. And so when you get into real life, you're not prepared. And you have to break the bonds of the shackles that are in your mind from school and being raised in a household that again punishes you for being resourceful, punishes you from copying your brother or your sister on the math test, and you have to just do it yourself. But in entrepreneurship, here's what happens. Or when people look at an entrepreneurial position in life, they think, wow, well, that's not guaranteed, that's risky. It doesn't make sense to be an entrepreneur, it's super risky. And it's true if you look at it like in compared to 9 to 5, how reliable and how sorry, let me turn that fan off. How reliable and consistent the income is with 9 to 5. Yeah, a 9 to 5 is very consistent income if you don't get fired, if the job doesn't go under, or if you don't get locked out because of COVID. The 9 to 5 job is very consistent income. You're getting paid the same $12 an hour for as long as you're working there. Good luck going up. In fact, that's the complaint people have once they're in that. It's just, it doesn't change. The income is capped. No matter how hard you work, your income is capped at $12 an hour. But at least it's there. At least you have a job, and all you have to do is show up and do as you're told. All you have to do is show up and do the same things over and over and over again. Okay? Now, and you're guaranteed the end result of the income coming in. At the end of the 2 weeks, you get your paycheck. No questions. You just show up, you do as you're told, you're going to get paid. And entrepreneurship is the furthest thing from that. And that's what my mom specifically has a hard time understanding. She thinks, even though I'm making really good income, way more than I could ever make working 9 to 5, way more than she could ever make working 9 to 5, way more than anyone could ever make working 9 to 5, making more money than anyone can possibly ever make working 9 to 5. And the reason that's possible is because even though my income is not guaranteed, because I understand a few laws of nature, I'm able to reliably bring in tens of thousands of dollars a month, because I rely on laws of nature. Okay, I'm not relying on a employer, I'm relying on laws of nature. And you might be thinking, what are you talking about relying on laws of nature, Ted? That's some hippy dippy crap. Well, a law of nature says that if you work on something long enough, you're probably gonna figure it out. And one of the things you have to figure out as an entrepreneur, one of the many things you got to figure out as an entrepreneur, is how to give people what they are willing to pay for. That's it. You just give people what they're willing to pay for. And if you can get enough people interested in something that you're giving away for free, a percentage of those people, again, it's the law of nature, if you can get a lot of people interested in something that you're giving away for free, law of nature says that I think it's called the golden rule of marketing. If you can give away enough things for free, there's going to be a small percentage of people, maybe just 1% of the people, are going to be willing to pay for more of that in depth. So let's say you give away a free training on how to pick up girls. Amazing training, it's great, it's free, gets people results. A percentage of those people who watch the free training, they're going to want to pay for an in-depth coaching program that allows them to implement what you just taught them a lot better. And so that is it's such a Being able to rely on that requires immense faith in nature, because it for whatever reason, it's just the law of nature. And so if you have, let's say, 100 people in the audience, and you have something that they all want for free, there's going to be a small percentage of the people who are going to buy that thing that you offer at the end, if you do a good enough job presenting the offer. And that's typically, well, it depends how good of a job you do, but it's typically like 20 to 30% of the audience is going to want to buy the thing at the end of a presentation. If there's 100 people in the audience, 20-30% of the people. If there's 1,000 people in the audience, 20-30%. If there's 1 million people in the audience, 20-30%. If there's 10 people in the audience, 20-30%. One of my students, Lexi, she understands this. She just did a webinar the other day. She didn't do a great job promoting it all. She just did it very last minute. And so she had a tech issue going on in her webinar, before the webinar. So only 3 people showed up. Guess what happened? 1 person bought. 30% close rate. It's just a law of nature. It doesn't matter if I have 100 people, 10 people, 1 person in my webinar. I'm going to close 30% of them, 20-30%. And so this is what I rely on. I rely on the law of nature. And you're only going to really be able to understand that if you've experienced it. Like, it seems so hokey pokey, hippy dippy, because it's not showing up and getting paid a 9 to 5. No, it's far greater than that. It's you setting the price of whatever you want to sell. It's you selling the price of whatever you want to sell, and people buying. A small percentage of people will buy. And so this is all I wanted to say in this video, and I'll leave it at that. First time ever explaining this, so I don't know if I explained it that well, but I hope I did. But if you're wanting a consistent 9 to 5 income, go for it. Go get it. Just go get a job. But if you're wanting to make a lot more money than you could ever make at a 9 to 5, you have to create your own product. You have to create your own service. You have to create your own solutions, or a solution to a problem that people are having. What it comes down to is having an audience and having a solution for them. That's it. If you have an audience, a niche audience, and you have a solution that's going to solve a big problem that they're having, you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it, as long as, especially if you have the system set up, you have the infrastructure set up to actually help them implement on that and to actually sell them on the thing. You're going to absolutely crush it. I don't see how you could possibly fail. If you'd like help implementing that, if you'd like help getting clear on your offer, help getting clear on your presentation, help getting clear on the back end, the technical side of things, feel free to watch my free web class I put together. I'll show you how I do it. It's completely free. And yes, at the end of watching it, a small percentage of people will want to buy it. But it's a free presentation. It shows you exactly how to do it. You can do it on your own. And at the end, if you want help implementing on it, you can book a call with myself and my team, and we'll see if we can help you implement it. But you can get the gist of it just by watching the video by the link in the below. So that's it for now. I'm a bounce, and yeah, see you later. Peace. Ciao.